Alright, this is a quick audio test. Alright, this is a quick audio test. Perfect. Alright, audio seems to be working. So let's pull up the game here. So welcome back. We are going to continue our NASCAR Racing 1999 edition Craftsman Truck Series Championship today. It's been about 4 months since my last race, but we'll kick it off. Haven't forgot about this series. Been wanting to do it quite a bit actually lately, but um, just haven't been able to. We've completed so far the first half of the season, 26 total rounds. So, yeah, today is the Pennzoil VIP Discount Auto 200 at New Hampshire. So, should be a pretty fun race. Before we get into it, let's just do what we normally do here. Take a look at the point standings. Officially halfway through the season, we are in ninth place. We have 1,728 points, and we're around 154 points behind the leader. 13 races, 2 poles, only 1 win. Around half of those races we've started, we've gotten a top 5 or top 10. Actually, every single race that we've gotten a top 10, it was actually a top 5. And then 2 DNFs, I think one at California and then one at Watkins Glen. So those kind of hurt us in the point standings, but overall we're not doing too bad, to be quite honest. So Jack Sprague is in the lead, Ron Hornaday in the second, or in second, Joe Rudeman in third. Am I saying that right? It might be Rutman. Stacey Compton in fourth, and Ron Barfield in fifth. So today we are going to try live streaming this race. I usually do a recording, upload the video. I figured I would try doing a stream here, see how it worked out, and ultimately these races might be easier just to stream. So anyways, let's get into the action today. Let's make sure my settings are set. Just using the preset ACE setup for this race. We'll give it a shot at least, see if it ends up working okay. And then just making sure the audio and everything's all good for the stream here. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too worried about it than I should be, but yeah, let's pull out of our pit stall and do some practice laps around New Hampshire. Should be overall a pretty fun track. It's fairly flat. I think it has more banking in this game than in reality. Actually, it does have much more banking. But still, we do okay with the flat ovals. So when we're racing, we're going to be hugging that inside line. Going to even a little bit on the outside, like what I just did right there. The AI is going to eat us alive. So we just want to hug the inside just like that. Accelerate fully. Let off the gas, tap the brake a few times here. You don't want to slow down too much going into the corner. But I'd rather slow down more and hug the inside than go in too hot and go up the outside, because the AI, especially at this track, like to dive bomb the heck out of you. Even right here might be a little too far up the track. So if there's a truck right behind us and we go too far up the corner, we're just going to get past. Let's take a look at our lap times here. Some slow trucks coming out. Maybe we'll do about 10 practice laps. I understand getting practice in and everything, but at the end of the day, we're just doing this for fun. We're going to have 200 laps around this track during the race, so we'll get plenty of track time. That was a really good lap right there. But yeah, I do want to get warmed up for qualifying. I think there's going to be 33 other 33 total in this race, so especially with a flat track like this and us having to use the inside for the corners, we absolutely need to get a good qualifying run, and preferably an odd number placement on the grid so that we start on the inside. But yeah, if we can start close to the front, can gap everyone by a little bit. I'm not sure how long the fuel run is going to be. Maybe that's a good thing to check. 84 laps. So potentially a 2-stop race. That should keep things interesting. Coming up on Ron Hornaday here. Oh! Yep, when the tires start to wear out, that can definitely happen, so going to want to avoid just being full throttle and the truck just running itself up the track. Oh, yep, dove in too deep there. Alright, let's do a pit entry. Then we'll move on to qualifying. That's going to be a tricky. Oop. Kind of screwed it up there. Alright, let's qualify here. Try and get a nice starting position. Been playing some NASCAR racing 2003 season, and in that you get 2 qualifying laps. In this, depending on the length of the track, you may only get 1 or you may get 2. it's a short track, you get 2. If it's a somewhat larger track like this, then pretty sure we're only going to get 1 shot. But our tires are fresh, so should be able to just go around the track however we please. See how this does. 31.5. Alright, so mid-pack 14th of 33. Not horrible, not great, but we have yeah, about 20-ish less trucks we have to try and pass. Just have to survive the first few laps. Might get passed by a few since we're on the outside, but after we get through the first few laps, then should be smooth sailing from there, I'd hope. So yeah, let's get started here. 200 lap race, long race. Feel like the reason I haven't uploaded or done a race in a while is because I've just been so focused on the results that kind of burnt myself out. Because I'll be honest, I thought when I started this that I would win a bunch of races and it might be too easy points wise for me. I'd be too far ahead in points. And here I am halfway through, only winning 1. So goals for today, we're just gonna have fun. Whatever happens, happens. But if we can get a top 10, that'd be great. But if we can't, then as long as we have fun, that's what matters. Gotta check up a little bit here because I have no idea what the AI are going to do. They're going to brake check. They might. Yep. Well, at least with that abysmal start I got on the inside, but they did check up a little bit, so if I was full throttle, then probably would have had a crash right there. Alright, let's just make up as many positions as we can off the start here, and then try and hold on. It's easier to be in front and try and hold people off than be behind and try and catch up, especially as the tires heat up and as we might have a little bit of fall off. Doing decent now, but again, we're only a few laps into this race. As our tires continue heating up, it's probably not going to be as simple for us. Oh, Boris said really came down there. We're kind of settling in now. Or set is starting to gap us by a little bit, but oh, I thought I was getting a little bit more ground on the truck behind me, but seems to be right on my tail. Kind of messed that corner up. Really close to the wall there. Probably overdrove a little bit off the start. Pretty quiet start to the race here. Brake too much there. There's going to be a caution. There's trouble in turn 4. No caution. Dang. close to the wall right there. And the 19 truck right behind me again. Off of turn 2, I get a really good exit out of the corner. So it allows me to gap him a bit. Oh crap. As Boris said, so made up another position there. But since I slowed down, got the 19 right behind me. Truck's definitely starting to get a bit tight. Driving the crap out of it. Oh! Yeah, he's trying to make a move. Gotta find a way to cool down the tires a bit. But now is not the time to do it, especially when I have a truck right on me. Oh, I got a really good exit right there. This track seems like it'd be so simple to drive, but just the corners, how you navigate through them is really impacting like how much ground the truck behind me is making up. 'Cause he's there. If I do a turn just a tad differently every lap, sometimes I'll gap, like right here. You see that gap forming? Sometimes he'll be right on my tail trying to make the pass. Just gonna keep doing what I've been doing though. Try my best to hug the bottom. This must be one of the tracks where cautions are pretty lenient. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we keep going along here. Just want to get to a point where I don't even see them in my mirror, and then I can just do my thing. But when I can see them in my mirror, then They're probably max a second and a half behind me. So that doesn't give me much wiggle room. You'd think it would, it really doesn't. That was a pretty bad corner right there. Just keep doing. Once the lappers start getting involved, maybe we'll make up some ground on the trucks in front of us. So if the trucks behind us start racing side by side like it looks like they are, that will be a great help. Not what I wanted to do right there. Really went up the track right there. That allowed that truck behind us to catch up a bit. Lappers are starting to pop up, it looks like. Harvick right on me now. Oh, he is going for it. See, that's what I meant. Go a little too high and they'll poke their nose right on you. I am starting to drift up the track, losing a little bit of focus here. About halfway through this first fuel run. Alright, now is when things get a little bit tricky. Finding when and where to pass lappers, which they're slower, which will make it easy to pass. However, our tires are starting to warm up a bit. So that can make it a little bit tricky. Dive bomb here. Finding that balance on how much we want to use up the tires here to get around them, and how long we wait to get around them in order to have the risk of the trucks behind us catching up. See that lap truck held up that group that was behind me, so Harvick now ideally should be a little ways away. We can get around this group just ahead of us, then that would be a really good thing to help us out here. Hornaday and Sprague must have got through all of this traffic fairly easily, because I don't see them at all. Usually the AI in this game, they do get held up by the lappers pretty easily. Alright, here we go. Number 21, right on his tail. Should get around him in the corner here.
Still there. Clear. One dead car. The lap down.
The more trucks we get around, the more trucks that the guys behind us need to get around. And at least from my understanding with earlier races this year, it's much easier for us to get around the lappers than it is for the AI. I see Hornaday. Perfect. Yeah, so just on a raw run with no... Oh yeah. I'll take that. But now we have a decision to make. Do we pit or do we stay? We're on lap 45. We'll have to see what the rest of the group is doing. Our tires are wearing out. Yep, we're going down.
The pit road is closed.
Seems everyone else is too.
Pit road is open. Okay, the leader is pitting now. Watch your speed. Watch your speed now. Watch your speed now.
Oh, crap. That's not gonna help.
Go, 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 go! Watch your speed now. Keep it on 5,500. 5,500.
5,500.
Keep it on 5,500.
It's kind of hard to do.
Watch your speed now. Keep it on 5,500. Pass the 86 car.
I'd rather go too slow down pit road than too fast. But let's see if the black flag curse comes after us again. Past few races,
The next 3 cars in front are all for position.
past few races, they've been getting black flagged after cautions. Alright, so we got Sprague in first, Hornaday in second, Compton in third.
Next time by.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I guess we're going green. No black flag, fingers crossed. So we'll be going green with approximately 150 laps to go. The fresh tires will help us. We'll try not to destroy them this time around. 3 trucks in front of us are all leaders. Everyone else up until the pace truck, they're all the last cars on the lead lap. The left trucks on the inside, that's gonna make things interesting.
Now, going green.
Back up again. If we can dive bomb and get a few passes, that'd be pretty cool.
Car is in.
Kind of a cheap shot though.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
I don't want to pass anyone until we...
Stay low.
No black flag.
Stay low.
Fantastic.
Keep low.
Oh, the truck is so much easier to turn now. Good. A couple passes here on the backstretch. Not gonna try and force anything at this point. Should be up to second.
Still there.
Wasn't sure what the 95 was gonna do.
Still there. Still there.
There we go.
Clear.
114 looked like he was gonna squeeze me.
Got the lead.
Alright, somehow we've made it to first place.
Car high. Keep low. Keep low. Keep low. Keep low.
Oh no.
Car low. Still there. Still there. Clear low. Car down low. Clear.
Well, Sprague just took advantage of my mistake there.
You're back in second.
Drove in way too deep. Alright, let's try and get back in a groove here. They just drove Sprague down to the way inside. It's going to allow us to catch right back up. He's got the faster truck than me, but I had a feeling the lappers were going to come into play at this race.
Still there. Stay low. Clear high. Car low.
Ugh.
Still there. Clear. Clear.
Well, we're battling, that's for sure. It's pretty fun. But the question is, can we make it past Stick? So we basically got a few trucks in front of us, and after that there's very little chance of us being able to get something out of this caution. Well, I mean, we did get something. We're now up to second place, which is pretty good. I feel like my brakes are getting hot or something. Else I'm just forgetting how I've been driving.
The 52 car is a lap down. Car high. Stay low. Clear. You got a car up high. Clear.
Boris Set is up here, number 44. Having a good race, spun out early on though. He's in 4th place. See with how he did on the restart, that it's pretty fast. Kind of started to pull away. Just trying to gas it too much in the turn, I think. Really good launch out of turn 4 right there. Okay, they're gonna take it side by side in front of me, so that should not let me catch up. Made a pretty easy work of this truck in front. Okay, we got around a second and a half gap between us and Compton. Alright, we'll get him going into turn one here.
Clear all the way. Car high. Clear all the way. Car low. Clear, clear.
Really had to burn up the tires for that one. You can just see how heating up the tires impacts the performance of the truck. Before we were able to just really exit turn 4 wherever we wanted to, and that lap the tires were hot, just shot us right up to the outside wall.
The 44 car is a lap down. That car behind you is pole position.
Okay, so looks like Stacy Compton, truck behind me, starting to, or has made his way through the lap trucks, which should help us out as we should start seeing new lappers emerging shortly. Yeah,
Car high.
Stacy Compton has a much faster truck than we do.
Lay low. Lay low. Lay low. Lay low. Clear.
He's just gonna flat out pass me. On the outside for all. Oh,
Okay, we're running third. Car high. Clear. Car high. Clear.
gonna run him wide just to try and keep him off me by a little bit.
We're running second.
Yeah, that's just a flat out faster truck. Look at Sprague. Gapped the heck out of us. But running wide in turn 1 and 2 isn't going to help reduce that gap. There we go. Finally get a run on Boris.
Car high. Still there. Still there. Clear all the way.
Alright, we get to breathe for a little bit, I think. The cautions are great. I want a few, but wow, are they stressful. Strategy's coming into play. Okay, so a few of the trucks didn't pit under yellow following green flag, or following strategy, another yellow. Wow, that's a big wreck. Slowed a bunch of trucks down. Whoa. Lap 73. Where's the 110 car? Do I need to let someone by? Yeah. Alright, that was maybe a bit confusing, but let's see. So, tires are fine. We're not gonna pit. Only had about 30 green flag laps there between cautions. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. At least we're in the front, so they shouldn't check up a ton. So as long as Jack Sprague helps us out a little bit here, gets a good jump, then we should be able to not have to deal with a lap traffic. How realistic is that? That's the question. But 125 laps remaining in this race. Alright. That was the ideal situation. Okay, got around Sprague. Let's see if we can make it stick. Couldn't last time. Oh! Okay. way up the track there. We're still going to need to pit at least one more time in this race. What would be really fun is if I had the lead and just lapped the entire field. Just can't get into that groove that I was getting into that first run.
We've got trouble on the front straight. Yellow flag is out.
Again.
We've got trouble on the front straight. We've got trouble on the front straight.
I really hope that this isn't just the remainder of the race. Just a bunch of cautions. Although, we might take or snag the win if that happens.
We're under caution. Caution is out. Okay, slow down.
Only about 6 green flag laps there. Are we looking on tires?
Pit road is closed. Pit road is open.
Well, hopefully before the next caution we make it with 100 to go. Make it to the halfway point. I really didn't think this would be a caution heavy race, but here we are, caution number 3, not even halfway through. Depending on how bad the wrecks are, a good amount of the field might be taking themselves completely out of the race.
We're going green next time by.
Alright, I'm gonna be really cautious on this restart because
That car's a lap down.
I've been black flagged before for starting too early. Granted, I went back and looked at the Milwaukee video, and yeah, it was pretty obvious, but I'm not even going to try and risk it. So we'll just go really slow until I'll even let the 110 truck on my inside catch up to me or be in front of me. And then the second it turns green, we'll gas it, but until then, not even gonna mess around.
Get ready now. We're going green.
Don't really want to test what the limits are.
Safety car is in. Green flag, green flag, green, green, green. Car low. Stand by. We have cars on both sides. Clear low. Clear on left.
Maybe
Car
that
high. Clear, clear.
maybe that was pretty mean of me, but the 110 went in front, so now got two lapped trucks side by side, slowing everyone behind me down. An unintentional thing that was an impact of me going slow and holding back on the restart. Luckily, them racing side by side like that is going to give me the opportunity to gap by a bit. Can't even see him in my mirror anymore, but that does not mean that it's any time to slow down. If anything, now is the time to put down the hammer. They seem to not be able to get themselves resolved back there on the restarts. That's why we've been getting so many cautions, but I guess we'll see what happens on this restart. We need at least 120 laps into the race before we pit next, because our fuel window is around 85 laps. So 120 laps would guarantee us to the finish. Just tacking laps away, which is exactly what we want. Get us at least to the halfway point, which our spotter will give us the announcement once we're reaching there. Should be within the next few laps. Probably been racing for about 45-50 minutes at this point, so maybe approximately an hour and 45-minute race, depending on what happens caution wise. So take a look at the gap, 3.7 seconds. Alright, and 10 laps to go before the halfway. When we just have a clean track and can do whatever we want, we're a little bit dangerous. Gap increasing? No, it's decreasing. 0.2 of a second made up on me that lap. heard a truck in the pits. Something must have happened, but not notable enough for a caution or even an announcement from my spotter. Putting in some nice laps here, so we increase the gap. 4 seconds is pretty good. Halfway through our fuel window. It's a bit skewed though with the caution laps. Managing my lead here with my current pace. Ooh, that's a bad corner. Really bad corner. How much time they made up on me there. Stop worrying about the gap though and just focus on driving the car. Halfway this time by.
Okay, you're gonna get the cross flag just fine. We're halfway home. That car behind you is pole position.
The gap is getting tight now. For Sprague specifically, the rest of the field. And, oh, you gotta pay attention. The The rest of the field is at least 4 to 5 seconds behind me, but yep, you can see the outline of Sprague's truck back there. Would like to stay in the lead, but honestly don't mind having him to focus on, because to be honest, it is getting a little boring just driving by myself. Sure, if we were closer to the finish I'd be fine, but we still have quite a few laps to go. Yep, here he comes. Now we got a oh! He's gonna get me. Dang it. Alright, let's try and keep up. I'm just driving in way too deep, I think. This crash would have waited 10 more laps, it would have been most ideal. We're just gonna have to see what everyone else does.
We're under caution. Caution is out. Okay, slow down.
A lot of cautions in this one. I mean, probably gonna have to pit.
We're going to need one more stop for fuel.
Yep, everyone's pitting.
Pit road is closed. Pit road is open. Okay, the leader is pitting now. Watch your speed now. Keep it on 5,500. You've got a car stop down low on the front brake. You've got a car stop down low in turn 4.
Alright, they all need to get down pit road before...
Go! Watch your speed now. Keep it on 5,500.
Whoa.
Keep it on 5,500. Car low. Car low. Still there. Car down low. Clear.
He got around me.
5,500. Pass 86 car.
spun my tires and truck just jolted towards the wall there. That's why he got me.
Okay, the next 3 cars in front are all forces.
But that's okay. What position are we in? 6th. Ah.
We just might make it on fuel.
94 laps predicted.
Just might make it on fuel.
I don't like this being a fuel mileage race.
We're going through next time by.
If we get enough caution laps, then we'll be set. Yeah, a couple of trucks are going to try and pit under green, probably. Just have to see how this all works out. So, go green with around 88 laps remaining. Probably gonna get stuck behind some traffic here.
Get ready now. Going green.
So yeah, hold back a bit because I don't know if they're gonna let up.
Green flag, green flag, green flag. Car low. Clear.
Oh my gosh.
The 96 car is the lap down. Clear. Car high. Clear. Car high. Stay low. Still there. Clear. Car high. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Clear. Clear high.
Moving.
Car low.
Whoa.
Clear low. Back and forth now. The 10 car is the lap down.
Huh.
Car high.
Stressful.
Still there. Still there.
Just gotta get in front of all these guys here.
That car behind you. Four position. Car high.
Jeepers.
Keep low. Keep low. Clear. Okay, driver. Back in third. Keep up with it. Stay after it. Car high.
10 was on the lead lap.
Stay low. Stay low. Keep low. Keep low. Clear. Clear.
91.
Just might make it on fuel. We're running second. All right, driver. That next car is clear. You've got a car up high. Clear. Clear high.
Well,
Car down low. Clear all around. Clear.
the way things stand,
You're in first. That's the way to hustle. Keep digging.
not gonna need to pit again.
Keep low. Clear all
Not sure if the fuel consumption is going to change, but it's going to play the cards based on how they're dealt to us. Probably going to have a few more cautions. These fresh tires are nice though. Gotta protect these ones though, if they're gonna last me till the end of the race, because at least right now I can put the truck wherever I want it. Even if I overdrive a little bit, can just take it right down to the apron. So those trucks on older tires are gonna be hurting. You know, if we do last till the end of the race, so
Just might make it on the
87
road.
laps. If we do last to the end of the race, it's going to be interesting why some of the trucks decided not to pit and what their strategy is. Maybe it's just ensuring that they make it to the end of the race. It's kind of the fun thing about the longer races in this game. Back when I was a kid, I always do like the short races and like 5-10 laps, but now as I play through this with our 100% race length, the pit strategy and everything, it's just one of those things that maybe not a lot of people got to experience that's actually really fun. That's a whole nother layer on top of just beating other cars.
You're racing the car behind you. We just might make it on the road.
84. As long as I don't overuse the fuel. We should be okay. So we're gonna try to hug the inside corner so that we don't have to gas it as much in the corners. Got a truck coming up on me. Sprag again. Guy that just won't leave me alone.
Car high. Real high. Car high. Clear, clear.
Really trying to force it in there.
That car behind you. Pole position. Car low. Still there. Clear all left.
Driving in way too
Car
deep.
low. Still there. Clear.
That was close. Alright, let's try and hang in with the 19 here. Just took the lead from us.
You're back in second.
We're going to need like a caution with 10 laps to go. Or we're going to need a ton of lap traffic.
Just might make it on fuel.
Probably getting to the point where those trucks that didn't pit need to start considering it.
Car low. Still there.
Alright, just go for it.
Clear all around. You're racing the car behind you.
Harvick's up here.
Okay, driver. Back in third. Hustling. Stay after it.
Falling off a little bit. Just keep doing what was working. Try and get some runs out of these turns.
Car low. Clear all around.
Alright, I'm gonna try and work on when I'm lifting. At least my entry was a lot better that time around. Just need to lift a little bit earlier, I guess. Crap.
Car low. Still there. Clear. Clear low.
Harvick's really trying. My fuel gauge is basically the teller of how many laps we have left. 69 projected. Oh. So, alright, we'll just let Harvick have it. 4th place isn't too bad. These top 3 are just out of this world fast. Trucks also appear to be able to turn a little bit better than mine. We're really overheating that front right. They're a really good short run truck. Long runs, not great. Appears we may have some lappers coming up though, so that should make this a little bit interesting. Lift fast enough there. Quite a few lappers. That or else the green flag pit stop crew just went through and made their cycle. I feel like these are lappers though because they're slowing up Jack Sprague and Harvick in front of us.
You're racing the car behind you. The 8 car is a lap down.
Keep making that mistake. Can't be getting frustrated now though. Not so close to the end of the race. Just gotta get through these lappers.
Car high. Clear. 102 car is a lap down. Got a slow car.
Truck was heading into the pits there. Run 103 coming into turn 3.
Stay low. Stay low. Clear.
trucks are heading into the pits. That's going to make this a little sketchy. Oh, crap.
You've got a car up high. Stay low. Stay low. Clear. That car's a lap down. Car low. Still there. Clear. They're on the left.
95 was heading into... Oh, whoa, that's Compton.
They're on the left.
Huh, oops. I really screwed that corner up, but that 95 truck was heading into the pits, so I wanted to go wide.
Clear. 107 car. A lap down. Car high. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Clear. You've got a car up high. Clear high. You're in fourth.
Compton and I are racing for 5th place here.
Car high. Still there. Still there.
Ooh, he got a good run.
Clear.
So next truck, a few seconds behind me.
Back to fifth.
Less than 50 laps to go. Do our best to hold on here. Well, that right front wearing out explains why the truck's a little bit hard to drive.
There's a spin in turn two. Car down low. Keep high. Clear. That car behind you is pole position.
Who is it behind me?
You got a full car. Car low.
Hornet is pitting.
Keep high. Clear.
Interesting.
Just might make it on fuel.
48.
Car down low. Car low. Clear low.
And we're falling like a rock here. Got a 9-second gap between us and the truck behind us. Tires wearing out is definitely playing a factor here. Not too worried about the fuel, but the tires. Hopefully my truck is drivable at the end of this race. Let's see again. Yeah, this is sketchy. driving the car like that definitely won't help.
Car low. Clear.
Got Hornet A behind me.
Car high. Stay low. Clear all around. 103 car. He's a lap down. Clear. Car low. Clear. Clear all around. Car high. Still there. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Still there. Clear. Clear high.
He's got fresher tires.
The 16 car. He's a lap down.
Getting right to the end of this thing. Where's the cautions when you need one? Now the truck's gonna be really hard to drive.
Take it easy now. Your right front tire is probably wearing out.
Oh, it definitely is.
You're racing the car behind you.
I thought he was gonna say we had a caution. Just babying it. Cannot let that tire go down. Truck behind me is catching up. Let's see here. Well, I think we can get a top 10 unless our tire blows up.
Car high. Clear. Car high. Keep low. Still there. Clear all the way. Car high. Clear all the way. You've got a car up high. Clear high. Car high. Stay low. Clear. Clear. Car low. Clear. Clear all the way.
Alright, so we got a little bit of a gap between us and potentially getting lapped.
Still there. Clear. Okay, the leader is pitting now.
Whoa. What?
Car high. Clear high.
People are pitting. Can I win this race just on strategy?
Car high. Still there. You've got a slow car ahead. Still there. Still there.
I'm gonna stay out.
Still there. You're on the lap. 20 more laps. 20 more to go. Okay, Craftsman, back in fifth. You're racing the car behind you. 107 car. It's a lap down.
Should be able to last 20 more laps.
Okay, driver, back in third. Keep hustling. Stay after it. You've got a slow car down low. Okay, the leader is pitting now. That car's a lap down. You're running second. Car low. You're on the lap.
I really hope I can last 15 more laps. I think I can. I'm just gonna keep this screen up. If it starts getting too low, then we'll have to pit like the rest of the group.
You've got the lead. You've got a slow car ahead. Car low. Got cars on both sides. Clear high. Car low. Clear all the way. Got an empty car. It's a lap down. Car high. Stay low. Clear high. Got a slow car down low. Car high. Clear all the way. 111 car. It's a lap down. Car low. Clear.
We took a gamble.
Car high.
You gotta live with it.
Keep low. Keep low. Clear all the way.
Even if we go a lot slower,
101 car. It's a lap down.
I mean
Car high.
we've got the entire field lapped. Right? No. I'm way too deep right there. Guess not everyone hit, so 12 to go. Just gotta hold on for 12 more laps.
Car low. Stay up high. Clear all the way. You've got a car up high.
catching up, but I'm not gonna make it easy.
Nice five call. He's a lap down. Car high. Clear all the way.
It's like pack racing, but
You've got a car up high. Stay low. Still there. Still there. Still there.
ooh, ooh.
Clear all the way. You've got just 10 more to go. 10 left.
Oh shoot!
Clear high. The yellow flag is out.
Oh no!
Let's go, let's go. Race back to the line. Car high.
Not good.
Keep close.
That's not what I wanted.
Clear high. You've got a car up high. Keep close. Keep close. Keep close. Clear high. Your pit road is closed. Car high. Stay low. Clear.
Just drove in too deep.
The front end of the car is all smashed in. The back end is all bent up. We're under caution. Caution is out. Okay.
Alright, let's let our tires cool down a little bit. Gosh.
Okay. Craftsman. You're back in fifth.
Well, we were leading, but yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Pit road is open.
Just had to drive in a little too deep. Just had to try and hold on for a few laps to ultimately see where we end up. If I didn't have damage, I might pit, but since I do have damage, might go green with just 5 laps to go.
We're going green next time by. That car's a lap down.
Okay, so just can't drive over our heads. We have 5 laps to go. We literally just need to hold on. We have the potential for a top 10 finish here. And everyone's bunched up, they're kind of slow, so we might actually be able to keep up. Yep, drove in way too deep. Couldn't even brake there to avoid the crash.
Next car is in. 11th car is a lap down. Car high. Clear. Just 5 more to go. Keep it up. Car high. Stay low. You've got trouble in turn 2. The yellow flag is out. Clear. Let's go, let's go. Right back to the line.
Maybe me being slow caused that crash, but we're going to finish this race under yellow,
Still there.
and I'm going to hold on to my top 10.
We're under caution. Caution is out. Okay, slow down.
That might be the best thing that happened today.
Behind the 95 car.
Strategy definitely didn't pay off, but
The 95 car is a lap down.
hopefully this will be a good points day because we put a lot of those leaders that had to pit with like 16 to go lap down. If I would have pit, then yeah, my tires would have been a lot better. Probably would have done a little bit better. Pitting with 20 to go would have been the strategy, but I decided to stay out. Got involved in a wreck. Me being slow probably bunched up a bunch of the trucks behind us and caused them to wreck. We're gonna go around 1 to green. So we might race for 1 lap. Yeah, with how the strategy played out, pretty much, yeah, 25 trucks finished a lap down. I'm glad I finished on the lead lap. Pretty happy about that. Now actually, thinking this through, if I would have pit, I would have been a lap down. Yeah, it's interesting how the pit strategy worked out.
Next time by.
So we're going green next time by.
2 to go.
So it's going to be a green-white, or not even a green-white checkered, it's going to be a yellow-white checkered. We're going to have 1 green flag lap. So we just can't crash.
Get ready now. Going green.
I wish this would have just ended under yellow.
8 car is in. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Car high.
Low on fuel, damaged truck. Don't have any
Clear all around. You've got a car up.
right front tire.
Clear.
Whoa, okay, that's how we crash.
Flag. 1 more to go.
Alright, let's just ease it home. We're not gonna pass anyone. No way.
The 50 car is a lap down.
Alright. What a race.
Is a lap down.
That was actually pretty fun, pretty intense, just
All
strategy
right, there's
wise.
the flag. It's all over. That's okay. Good job. We'll get them next time.
But he's at home, finished 8th of 33. Got my top 10 finish. A lot better than the last time we did the race like this. I have to go through the live stream, make sure that there weren't any sections that were super laggy, but I've been looking in the background and it's been saying the connection's good the entire time, so hopefully nothing like that. It's like 2 hours, 12 minutes of track time. Alright, let's take a look at the results. Truck's a little beat up here. So, standings. Tony Raines in first, Kevin Harvick second, oh, they did finish on the lead lap. That's not good. Jack Sprague third, Ron Barfield fourth, Ron Hornaday fifth, Stacy Compton sixth, Andy Houston seventh, myself in eighth. And we can go through the rest of the standings here. So maybe not as good of a points day as I was hoping for, but let's do race over. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Managed to get from 9th to 6th, so we're close to top 5 in points. 26 points down to Joe Rudman in 5th. So, yeah, I think depending on how we do in the next race, top 5 is very manageable. Now, we did lose a few points to the leader, Jack Sprague, since he finished in front of us, but we finally have one top 10 finish that was not a top 5. Good race. Good race overall. Let's save here and then, yeah, finish up round 14. So, round 15, tricky race, but we're going to do 200 laps at Flemington. That should be in the next couple of weeks. I should be able to make that happen. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this race, and I will see you on the next one.